Hey everybody, welcome once again to a Low on Health Rambling Year-End Review. This is for 2018 and for the category of anime. As many of you know, if you can't see from the background of the camera and the room, there's a bunch of anime stuff in our place.
Weebs.
And we're huge fans of anime. This year we watched a decent amount of anime. I will dare say we even watched potentially 12 anime this year, as evident by the number next to the word anime. Our anime of the year, like if we were definitely in which one we enjoyed the most this year, was Banana Fish. Kind of wasn't looking forward to it at all. It was mainly, I knew of it from the property of seeing like the manga back in the day when I worked for Animation. But then seeing this and seeing it basically kind of be like a yaoi story. So you were like,
It's not a yaoi
you know what I mean. But you're like, hey,
There's a shonen ai theme.
yes, and that was what drew you to it. And then once we watched like the first episode, I realized it kind of had like that mafioso gangland-ish vibe to it. And then it just definitely has a very dark tone. Like super dark tone.
Yeah.
In which case we both enjoy that a lot.
Yeah.
As you say, you like watching the
serious
characters
thing.
like
I like
suffer.
watching fictional characters suffer.
Me not so much when they're in a trap scenario.
Yeah.
But this kind of like
They constantly they weren't ever really trapped for more than like
yeah.
a very short time.
And what's
so.
nice with the main character, if you want to say he's the main character, he definitely has like that Vash type of Griffith thing where he's not good-willed like that at all, but he's definitely always kind of like one step ahead, always overthinking.
Yeah,
like,
he's really
you're like,
smart.
he'll always come through, but it's usually always still like not the best. It's never the best scenario when he does. But no, it's just a really solid series. Other series we want to highlight is going to be Made in the Abyss. Which I was happy that some other people have started to watch or heard about, because just like Banana Fish, it gets dark.
You look at the art style and you're like, oh, it's so cute. Nothing bad's gonna happen. You would be wrong.
Like it gets dark, but not like Madoka Swerve dark.
Yeah, it doesn't have a Madoka swerve. It just kind of like gets dark slowly.
So I mean, and I'm really interested to see what they're gonna do with it. Like I know there's a movie I think gonna come out.
I think the movie's just a recap of the series, though.
Yeah, so in which case we're definitely hoping for more.
Yeah.
Another one that was kind of just cliche mecha to a degree was,
But it was good.
Darling in the FranXX. I forgot. We just called it FranXX. As you can see from the art style, it's the typical what you would expect, but it definitely has a different tone or theme to it than most. It was just interesting. Like we enjoyed it. Usually you're not into the mecha at all.
Not generally. I watch mecha series for the pilots.
Yeah, and in which case this one did kind of focus a lot on them.
Yeah.
But once again, we always try to watch anime constantly, like try to always watch some type of series. So this was just like one where it's like enough times we heard people talk about it or reference it.
And the art style is really pretty.
Next one is Devilman Crybaby. Now, since it's on Netflix, I should assume everybody has Netflix or access to Netflix in some way. I would automatically recommend watching this because it's a short series. It's like 6 episodes.
If you're okay with things that don't have happy endings.
Yes, and if you're okay with like extreme violence and like
Gore. And it gets explicit.
Very
like,
explicit.
A couple.
It's very adultish, and I love that about it. And its art style is just like you don't see at all, ever.
Yeah, it's very stylized.
But it is very good. Like I definitely would recommend, like, because it's small for people to watch it if they're into it.
Short.
Yeah. And if you don't have kids around, of course. The next one is Aiko. As we know, Netflix is also just like licensing anime series and whatnot. It was okay. Once again, just kind of almost paint by numbers. Nothing really.
I enjoyed it a lot, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's kind of really it for like the ones that just came out this year that we're highlighting. I also watched a fan service. If you recall, there was like a 7.
Deadly Sins.
Yeah. But not the other 7 Deadly Sins, which
not the like the
yeah,
shonen
yeah.
anime. It was a fan.
So this is like
anime.
the counter to that, where it's like 7 Angels and it's very fan servicey and short. But ones we do want to mention that we kind of continued watching was that the second season of Castlevania happened, which it was better than the first one. It was longer. It gave more backstory.
So sad.
It has a sad ending, but it is very good. Boku no Hero continues to be good.
Yeah.
Sword Art is back, and it's very interesting kind of seeing where Sword Art is going, because I love that series. It's kind of like, Gun Gale wasn't that great, Alpha wasn't that great, but they've had like, there's definitely a broader
universe
that they're putting the building blocks that we kind of know with Excel World, which is an anime series,
Where it ends up.
where it kind of ends up. So it's interesting now to see like how those building blocks are being put in place, and I'm really loving that. Attack on Titan is Attack on Titan.
Shinkeki no Kyojin.
There's like 3 or 4 really cool scenes. Other than that, it still kind of plots along at a really slow pace.
It's alright.
And then
I don't watch Index.
yeah, Index and Ghoul had new seasons this year, in which case I
liked
started
Ghoul,
watching
but-
them, but it's like it really seems like there's a gap. Like it's for the fans of the manga or people who are 100% known to the
Feels
property.
like you've missed something when you start watching it.
And it was very just like disenfranchising, just like, should I watch this? So it's kind of like a second screen experience where I just watch it on the side because I want to see how the stories end, and luckily Ghouls should be over. Index, ironically now, Railgun's probably more popular than Index, and now it looks like they're going to be doing an Accelerator spin-off too. So those are like,
That could be good.
That will be
like,
awesome.
I watched Railgun,
yeah,
and I enjoyed that, but I tried to watch Index, and I was just like, this is boring.
yeah. And I think that is actually, it's just 12 anime series. That's really all the anime that we watched this year.
There wasn't that much new stuff that came out that we wanted to watch.
Well, like I said, you saw like those 5 were like new anime series. Everything else was kind of like a continuation.
Are there any series that like winter anime that we were gonna check out? Oh wait, the zombie one.
Zombieland came out.
Zombieland
18.
Saga,
We're gonna be watching it in
right?
19. We're watching that now. We are looking forward to, we believe, Mob Psycho is coming out
Season
next year.
2.
And then also One Punch Man is also next year. I think Boku no Hero is, unless it gets pushed back another year. I'm not.
Boku no Hero
too
is
sure.
probably just gonna continue on like Naruto did.
But there's always going to be some anime series new every season. A bunch, 2 dozen, 3 dozen anime series come out, and then we kind of look at our social medias and see what has the most kind of buzz, and then we'll gravitate towards that. And then we're hoping some friends, if you're watching this and you're like, oh, I haven't watched anime in a while, you could look at the ones we recommended before and maybe jump into those.
And if you see something that you're like, oh, that sounds interesting, and you want to ask us more about it, go
Yeah,
ahead.
because some of them, like, yes, like Crybaby is like, like I said, 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Banana Fish is like 24. I mean, it's
What we've learned with media is like it doesn't matter that you like something, it matters why you like something, and those reasons need to line up in order to be able to bother recommending something to someone. So it's like, why did you like that thing? Oh, because it was Walk the Earth, or because it involved all of my favorite tropes.
Yeah.
It's like the reason that you like something is more important than whether or not you
and that's
did.
why it's really difficult when you just look at
Relevant, not more important.
if you
It's
just
more
look at the
relevant.
synopsis or just like a screen cap of a series. It doesn't sometimes automatically tell you exactly what it is. I
Yeah.
will say 90% of the time it does. If you read it, it's like high school, blah blah blah. Yes, just it's exactly what you think it is. But like luckily some of them actually do stand out. So that's the anime for 2018. As always, I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and we'll catch you next time.